The combustion of coal has been used to create electricity in the United States since the 1880s. Coal is a highly compacted sediment found beneath the Earth's crust due to extreme pressure. To those who prefer the English definition, it is a rock in the ground. More importantly, this rock in the ground is composed mostly of carbon. Carbon is an essential component to life and is in all organic substances. This means it is found in all living things. You, me, that weird guy from class, spiders, Timon and Pumbaa, babies, zucchini, tila tequila, dinosaurs, horses, starfish, cats, you get the idea. It is in all plants and in all animals. When these carbon-containing life forms die, sorry Pumbaa, they go nowhere else but straight into the ground. They are essentially absorbed into the ground and covered by various minerals, sand, and clay. Eventually, the weight from the Earth's crust builds up so much pressure that coal is formed. This process has been happening now for a couple 100 billion years, and with the Earth's population exceeding 7 billion people plus all the other various species of plants and animals, we probably aren't going to be running out of coal anytime in the foreseeable future. From then on, the process is quick and easy. Dig up the coal, take it to the coal plant, burn it, it produces steam turns the turbine powers the generator, bam, electricity. Now, this seems all fine and dandy, right? Wrong. This process, despite our best efforts, releases COs, NOx, VOx, and other atmospheric emissions into the air we breathe, and nobody likes that. A certain nobody in particular is a group called UC's Beyond Coal, which is working to shut down the coal plants here in Cincinnati. Now that has to seem all fine and dandy, right? Wrong again. There is one small miscalculation Beyond Coal has made. If we shut down all our power plants, then we've successfully shut down all of our power plants. So, where will we get our power? The three most viable alternative options to power UC as opposed to coal are solar power, wind power, and geothermal energy. These all seem advantageous and sustainable for Cincinnati's power crisis, but they are not. And here's why. Solar power, harnessing the sun's heat and light and converting it into energy. The fact of the matter is, the sun isn't going to burn out in any of our lifetimes. That being said, Beyond Coal thinks Cincinnati has one unlimited energy source right under our nose. Well, right above it, actually. What could be more sustainable than a battery 1 million times the size of Earth that never dies? Nothing. What could be more sustainable in Cincinnati? Probably a bunch of things. Not all the sun's incoming energy can be captured, not by a long shot. The average solar cell only has a 12 to 15% efficiency rate, and its solar power only makes up 1% of the energy the US needs. Solar power is not complete garbage, though. It can be highly effective in cities like Yuma, Las Vegas, and Phoenix, where the National Climatic Data Center rated these cities upwards of 85% on annual average of possible sunshine. Because of Cincinnati's location and beautiful weather, it scored below a 50. Next up, wind power, capturing the blowing wind to generate mechanical power. Everyone's seen a windmill. It looks like this. They, like solar panels, depend on environmental factors to create energy. Just like it isn't always sunny in Cincinnati, the wind isn't always blowing. Because of this unreliability, wind power would not be appropriate as Cincinnati's primary source of energy, and if it were, we would need a place to put them. Buildings and structures used to support the turbines would have to be retrofitted to accommodate the extra weight and vibrations added by them. Wind turbines are effective at wind farms, more commonly known as massive freaking fields. Now, all we need to do is find an area in Cincinnati large enough to hold a couple dozen 400-foot tall wind turbines with a wingspan larger than a Boeing 747. Good luck with that. We've knocked out energy from space and in the atmosphere, so let's move underground, shall we? Geothermal power uses very hot water and steam from beneath the Earth's surface to run generators to create energy. The largest geothermal plant in the world is right here in the good old US of A. It is located in California, where they've taken advantage of the major hydrothermal activity. Unfortunately, no one comes to see Old Faithful or any of the other breathtaking geysers in Cincinnati. Why, you might ask? Because they are not here. The fact of the matter is, it isn't sunny enough for solar panels to be effective, windy enough for turbines to do any good besides take up space, hydrothermically active enough for geothermal plants, and if it were, the infamous money tree still has not been introduced to Cincinnati, so no one can afford to pay for all these useless retrofittings and modifications that ultimately won't help. Because coal is essentially created from dead stuff, and there was a fairly consistent supply of dead stuff for a couple billion years, there is always a constant supply. Sorry Beyond Coal, but coal is the only reliable, cost-effective source of energy for Cincinnati, and it is not going anywhere.